Okay. Hey, folks, welcome to another episode of the most awesome podcast featuring Scott and Sam, Old Men Running. This is, heck, I'm losing track of episodes, but we're in the teens now.
Yeah, I
Could
think
be
it's
16.
episode 16 or 17.
Six. Okay. It's one of those. Check back on your listing to find out which one it is. No guest today. It's just Sam and I because we have a lot of things to share with you today. And hopefully you've been enjoying the podcasts and let us know if you want to have us discuss something. If you have any questions that you want Sam and I to talk about specifically about running, about being older. Uh, what else do we know about? We're wiser, right? Because we're older.
That's true.
But you've been busy this week. We've been busy the last, I guess we're a little bit late on this. It's a Saturday, so it's just one day late because our schedules did not coincide for us to record yesterday.
Right, we've both been busy.
Yeah, Sam's been busy. Sam's family's been busy. I picked up a new aspect of my role at the running store. So I started run coaching from the store, Fleet Feet Sports, or Fleet Feet. I think it's called Fleet Feet Sports is the full name. So we started our running group. We're putting on a run in June, and people have signed up to get trained for their very first 5K, or if they've already done a 5K, they just want to get faster. So we have 26. I have 26 people.
Yeah, 26. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, 26 people have signed up. And they range in ages from young to old, and first timers to seasoned runners that maybe have been out of the sport for a little while that just want to get a little bit better, looking for tips. So we're meeting with them 3 times a week, 3 group runs a week, and also they get a schedule of workouts that I share with them via email and WhatsApp.
Are they all on a lot of your clients on Final Surge, or how are you running that aspect of it?
Yeah, so because it's a group training, I'm giving them all the same workout, and they get 2 tracks, whether they want to follow the beginner route or the advanced route. I'm not monitoring their workouts. I'm like we would if for a private client, when we would use Final Surge to monitor their routes, their activities. I'm not asking them to tell me what they did during the week.
Right.
So it's up to them to do it. Yeah, it's more on the honor system whether or not they do the workouts. And the workouts are basic at first. They're all time based. So I imagine you might have started this. This is probably an interesting thing. When I started running, I really didn't know the difference between a kilometer and an odometer and a pedometer and or a mile, and how long should it take me to go a mile. I didn't know. So when I first started and I first read some of my first books about intro to running and beginning, they mentioned run by time, because time, everybody understands time. Run 20 minutes, walk 20 minutes, run 30 minutes. And how long can you run for? Yeah. So the beginners in my run group are running by time. So their first workout was 3 hours of running broken down into 4 different sessions.
Right.
And they can go out to, try to equal 3 hours of movement. Some of them will walk, run, I imagine. Some of them will walk. So that's how the schedule's been going, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And I'm pretty sure that's how I started too. When I remember my first activities, I would say, let's go out for 30 minutes and see how far I can go.
I did too.
Yeah. So if you're new, or if, that's a good way to start, by going by time, I believe. It works well for them. It's less intimidating to say, I have to go 5 miles. Sounds like a lot. But when you say, I just got to go out for 60 minutes, well, I know what 60 minutes is. I can, at 60 minutes, it's over.
Right.
When I say go 5 miles, they don't know when it's going to end. Right?
That's very true.
Right. So that's why time is really great for people who are new.
I did read this. That's a lot how the Kenyans train for the run and stuff. Is that, go 2 hours out, 2 hours back.
Okay.
No distance, just time.
Yeah. Yeah, and even our Coach B, gives us workouts that say, go this many miles or this much time, right? He'll say something like 10 minutes. He'll say 10 miles or 90 minutes, something like that for us. So I like that aspect of the training that I'm doing for them. So we meet with them. I guess next time would be on Wednesday.
Well,
there's a
and
WhatsApp group.
congratulations, because you've really come a long ways in a short time with this.
Yeah, I have people who that are looking to me for guidance now, and it's
That's
really
fantastic.
it feels really good that I'm helping people. I mean, that's why I wanted a coach. I just you and I. That's why we started this podcast. We have information, and you and I, we want to share. We want people to have better opportunities and better runs and better workouts and feel good and not get hurt. And so that is the
And
reason.
thinking about it, we haven't even been coaches for 10 months yet, official
Right.
coaches.
Right. Yeah, we both started about the same time, around May of 2023, and that might be a
Come a
good
long
time.
way, Scott.
We've come a long way. Yeah, we have both have clients, and we both are really enjoying the other side of the finish line. Maybe I don't know what is the other side.
Absolutely.
But,
Get a lot of satisfaction, seeing other people improve.
yeah, and I think it really settled in or sunk in with me when I ran the New York Half with my client Ray.
I could
Right.
only imagine it would have.
And I am pleased to announce that I get to repeat that process, not with Ray, but this time with Allie, my other client. I just was given a race bib to run a half marathon with Allie. And I'm not
New
going to
York?
race it. It's not New York. It's in Morristown. It's called the Superhero Half Marathon. So
Well,
I
good
think
for you, man. That's awesome.
It's kind of like rock and roll, where there's a whole bunch of superhero half marathons all over the. I don't know if it's over the country or the state, but
And when does that take place?
you're going to hate the day, but maybe you won't. It's on May 19th.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because Sam and I were supposed to be together on May 19th
Right.
in Whitefish, Montana.
You got other commitments. That's fine.
Yeah, we're still, up until like last week, we tried to figure out a way for us to get there. And,
Right.
So May 19th, you'll be running a full marathon, and I'll be running a half marathon. So we will be comrades in arms.
We will. We'll still be running, but in different places.
Yes, you'll be running a much harder event than I will be. So Allie is a mid-distance, speed runner. So she runs around 9 to 10.
Good.
So it'll be exciting to cross the finish line with another person who's never run a race before. So I think
that's awesome, Scott. That'll be another feather in your cap.
Yeah. So it is kind of thrilling that I'm going to get to do that with her, and I know she'll have a good time knowing that hey, there's someone there I can ask a question with. If something happens, or when do I take a gel, or are we going too slow? Are we going too fast? When you run your race, usually you don't know. Right, you you ask yourself, and they say, "No, I think I'm going okay. This is the plan, right? I practice this. I know what I'm doing." So she's doing her longest run tomorrow, and we just had a nutrition conversation via messaging, like when should I take a gel?
How far is she going tomorrow?
She's going to go 10 tomorrow.
Okay, good.
And last week she went 9, and she said, how the hell am I going to go 13? Because that 9 was so hard.
It'll be a big difference when she gets there, especially having you right next to her with people and everything else like that. It'll be great.
Yeah, but you and I both know before we ran our first marathon and we had to do like an 18-miler, how exhausted we were at mile 16. And you definitely asked yourself, how the hell can I go 10 more miles than what I just did, or 8 more miles?
Well, that's when you ask yourself, why the hell am I doing this?
Well, right. And I paid for this, right? I gave them a couple $100 to do this.
I paid for the pain.
No one's chasing me. I don't win anything if I finish. I get a piece of metal and a banana.
Right.
Yeah. So
and probably a beer.
Hopefully a beer. But you know what? The feeling of crossing a finish line, there's really nothing like it until you actually do it.
There's not.
Right. So
since you get to experience that with her for the first time, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Something she'll never forget.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be great as a coach to do that. I did my half marathon distance last Saturday, so maybe a few of you who are listening know, but I finally PR'd a distance that haven't done since 2021.
Yes, you did.
So Asbury Park Half in Asbury Park, New Jersey, PR of about 7 minutes, which was unbelievable.
You did a fantastic. You smoked that one. I was super impressed with your especially with
Thank
your
you.
net pace in the
Yeah.
820s.
Yeah. We decided to go even splits due to the flat elevation and the temperature. Um, of course, I wasn't going to positive split, but I thought I would negative split. But after I did the first mile in that 820 range, I said, that's where I want to be. Why don't I just keep the 150 pacer right behind me
Right.
and just keep going? And that's what I did. And I checked my rearview mirror every once in a while to see if I could see him or not. And I didn't see him at the finish, so he was a minute or two behind me. So my official time was 150, but that was my
Right.
gun time. That was the gun time. So Strava and my watch have me go finishing at 149.21.
That's fantastic. The gun,
Yeah,
it's always different from the gun
yeah,
to the finish.
yeah. I wasn't on the start line, so I know that the gun time and my
Right.
chip time were not the
There's
same.
always that difference. There's always that
Yeah,
lag time. You
yeah,
end up doing close to a little over 27 miles sometimes with a marathon because of
yeah, yeah. All the
car.
tangents, right? Yeah, and you're not running straight. So yeah, I ended up going 13.22
Right.
miles. So that was the 150 was 13.22 miles.
Well, that was a very, very impressive time you posted.
Yeah, thank you. And thanks for helping me. You and I talked about the paces and things like that early on.
Right.
So
Well, that's what friends do.
yeah, I appreciate you. So how about you? Did you get to race since we've last spoken?
I don't believe so. I did the half, the Lucky Leprechaun. That was we talked about that, I believe, already though.
Yeah, I think we spoke
Yes.
after St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
going to be going to Nashville in a little less than 2 weeks. I'm going to be doing the half marathon up there in Nashville with Rock and Roll.
great, good town.
Yeah,
Yeah, really good town. I've been to
I did the full
Nashville.
last year, but I'm just going to do the half this year. And I'm actually going to kind of kick back and enjoy it.
Okay, just make it
Not going
a.
to go for a PR.
Those are great. I mean, that's how I ran New York, and that was one of the best
Make it
half
enjoyable
marathons.
instead of,
Yeah,
pushing it.
yeah. You
Having
don't
that
need to.
focus right in front of you and
Yeah,
be able to listen and look around.
yeah. That's another thing. If you do enough races, you don't have to race every race. It doesn't have to be a
No,
race, right? So when you race it, that's when you have a goal pace in mind. But sometimes the finish line and the smiles and the happiness and the joy and the fact that you can just make it a long run with that's being timed and enjoy
right.
the scenery, especially when you're going to a place like you've never been. New York City was the best place to be, my happy pace. Just because I wanted to look around, running through New York was great, and when you run through Nashville, it's going to be similar. You want to experience it, right? Maybe you'll see Elvis. Who knows? He might be there.
You never know. They had a lot of entertainment, though, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And my end game for 2024 is the CIM in December. That's when
yeah.
I'm going to try to PR marathon.
That's
But for
your
Nashville, for Whitefish,
yeah. Those are all
and
tune-up races.
Detroit, I want to do okay, and that's in October.
Yeah,
I want to go and enjoy, but
yeah,
my end game this year, and I got till December to focus on it, is a CIM, and I do want to try it for a PR there.
yeah. That's a good place to
So
do it. So
rest of this year, it's just I'm going to go out and run and enjoy it, taking the sights, the sounds, the people.
yeah, just enjoy the sport, enjoy what you love, and not worry about the
Exactly, and
grind.
not get irritated
Yeah,
who's in front of you and who's slow and who's doing this. And
yeah. Excellent. Yeah, I like running that way. I mean,
yes,
yeah,
takes a
eventually at
lot of
some point,
pressure off you
yeah,
mentally.
I think probably at some point I'm going to say, no, I've met my goals, and every race in some years
And go
might
out
be
and
like,
enjoy it.
yeah, they all might be like that.
Yeah, I mean, we've got nothing else to prove. We're old guys, so
Yeah, yeah. Well,
we know.
this year I do have my goal this year is to improve on my PR distance, my PRs at every distance. So
Right.
I got one down. I still want a PR in the 10K, which is sub 50, close to 45, I believe.
That's
Uh,
excellent.
5K, I want to get into the 22 somethings. And for the marathon, of course, I still haven't run a marathon with the 3 as the first number. So that's the
Right.
goal there. Just
That would be awesome.
three
I'm
something,
looking at
three.
that would be
Yeah.
too great to get a sub 4.
Yeah. So sub 4 in the full. So my next race that I'll be racing is April 28th. So
Okay.
the one that was canceled, the 10K that was canceled a
Oh,
few weeks
that's
ago.
I think the Nashville is the 27th or 28th coming up.
Okay.
So
Yeah, the
we're running
28th is a
together again,
Sunday.
but just in different places.
Yep. Yeah, so that's the 10K I'm doing. It's in right here in New Jersey, really close to the house. So I don't have to worry about
So
anything.
with your last when you PR'd for your half marathon, what was your strategy as far as gels or
Yeah. So I brought 4 gels, I brought Morton gels this
right?
time. I drank some super starch liquid, lemon lime liquid from scratch on the way down. So that was in my bottle on the way down. And I took a gel every 5 miles or 40 minutes, whichever came
Okay.
first.
And
So
obviously it worked out quite well for you.
yeah, and I took, and then at the end, at 3 miles left, or with 3 miles left, I took the caffeinated regardless because I didn't want to bonk that last 3 miles.
Right.
And turned out that the last mile was my fastest mile.
I could see that.
Yeah, it was mostly because, well, I still felt good, and it was so cold and windy at that time. I said, I just gotta get out of the wind because the last 3 miles are on the boardwalk, so there's
Oh
nothing.
yeah, all coming off that water. Yeah.
Right? So the water's cold, so the air is cold, and there's nothing blocking the wind on your right shoulder because you're running north along the Jersey Shore. So
Yeah, when I was doing
yeah,
the when we had the ultra here and I was doing legs of it for the run club and stuff, and we got even in Florida coming off the water that time of year, it was bone chilling.
yeah,
It was in the upper 30s, but that wind just makes it
yeah, yeah.
that much
Tem-
worse.
Temperature was okay. It was probably in the 50s, but with the wind, it felt like it was
Oh
in the
yeah,
40s. And
and it's a damp cold, I'm sure, up there too.
yeah, so yeah, but it wasn't raining. It was cloudy, but not too bad.
Well,
So
overcast is always good as far as
yeah,
I'm concerned.
yeah. So I'm hoping that on April 28th, it's a good day, a perfect day to get that sub 50. So I'm speed training for the next couple of weeks.
What's your speed
To
training? Are you doing track or what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah, I like 400s. Four by
Okay.
400s is pretty common, right? You can just what I usually do is I'll do a 400 at pace or at almost pace, then I'll run 200 as a rest, and then do another 400,
Okay.
and then another 200. So I end up doing like 1600 because I'll do 400s with 200s in between.
Right.
That's been my track workout, and I just try to improve the time for each of the 400s.
Okay. And that's good
And
advice for our audience if you're over the age of 58 or whatever.
mhm. Yeah, and I do that by time too. I'm not. I don't. I mean, I look down at my watch what my pace is, but I know I can finish a 400 in, let's say, 80 seconds,
Okay.
80 to 90 seconds. I think that's right.
That's very
Um,
respectable.
then I'll try to improve by a second or two off of that. Yeah, yeah. I
Do you
think it's
actually have a track you go to or?
yeah, the high school track.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
got a track on base at Eglin Air Force Base I go to for that stuff.
yeah. School will be out soon, so I'll have more access to the
Yes.
track because you're not allowed on school property when school's open.
Right.
I found that out a couple weeks ago because I ran around the high school and the guy said, "Are you faculty?" I said, "No." He goes, "You're not supposed to be here."
They
I said,
let you
"Okay."
finish or they tell you to leave?
Well, I wasn't on the track. I was just running around the building.
Oh,
I said, "Okay," and I just kept going. He didn't ask my name. I was kind of moving a little quickly, but he caught me. He started talking to me as I was running towards him, so I heard him.
right.
I didn't know I wasn't supposed to be there. I mean, the kids were in the buildings. I was just running around the parking lot.
Yeah, the only thing I run into at Eglin is a lot of times you got Air Force and Army or Marines out there doing their PT tests on the tracks. They usually let me take the outside lane,
Okay.
so I'm not
Yeah.
interfering with their time.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been good. Speaking of track, the Bridgewater Youth Running, which is my other coaching gig with 8 to 12-year-olds, they did a track meet this morning, and I have to check in with my other coach, Mike, to see how they did. So they did
How many youngsters you got in there?
about a dozen.
That's good.
Yeah. And in a couple of weeks is session 2. And because session 2 is warmer than session 1, we have 20 in session
Nice.
2, which starts in May. So that's twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays for an hour. And we basically are teaching them, basic training. So we teach them how to get starting positions, how to get down with your hands behind the line, to go
Right.
from the haunch position and sprint up. We do wickets to help them get their legs up. So we run over these tiny little hurdles. They're called wickets. So we do wicket sprints, and we also teach them the proper way to dynamically warm up with everything that we do.
That's
Dynamic
good, man.
stretches. Yeah, so hopefully they'll want to be on the high school team when they get a little older. Right now they're earlier than high school. They're in grade school or middle school, I guess, is the oldest kids.
Yeah, I've gone out and helped during cross country season this 2023. I went and helped out with one of the run club guys who's the coach for the cross country. I went out and helped him a few times.
Yeah,
it's satisfying.
Very rewarding to help.
It's very rewarding.
I have
see those kids push it.
Yeah, I'm helping kids and I'm helping other seniors, and I have some middle-aged people and some people that are even younger than me.
Right.
There are a few people younger than me that run.
Everybody's younger than me.
Everybody's younger.
All my clients are younger.
I was waiting for that. Yeah. I don't have any clients that are older than me yet.
Yeah, I got a birthday coming up on April 20th.
That's right.
Yeah.
420.
Yeah, 420.
Yeah,
I don't partake, but yes.
Yeah, that's a good day. 420. Okay, easy to remember. And I'm on 1/4.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Right. So, all right, and you'll be 58 again.
Yes, again.
Okay. Yep. I stopped counting at 54, so I'm still 54.
I ain't counting anymore, except when I do turn 60. I'm looking forward to that. Getting slower.
Yeah.
The time gets slower.
Well, that's interesting because the age group that I was in Asbury, I was 4th in my age group. And if I was 2 years younger, I would have been 10th in my age group.
Right. That makes a difference.
So I did look. I said, where would I be if I was 54 or 58? But yeah, so being 61, I think I'm 61. I might be 62.
And that's what I was telling my wife. I said, I don't mind getting older because I can cut back if I want to or place, higher in my age bracket.
Yeah. The other benefit is
Did I tell you that when I did the half marathon, we had a guy my age that did the half marathon in 1:17.
That's like teenage age, right? That's like
no. I asked him if he took an Uber.
What? You asked him if he took an Uber?
Yeah, I said, "Did you take an Uber? You're too fast."
Yeah, too fast. All right, there's no way.
I was like, "Damn!" No, he did it though. I was like,
incredible,
very incredible. And he was, I think he's an out of state guy that was down here for maybe spring break or something. I don't know.
Yeah. 117 is something I'll never see.
117 is incredible for a 58-year-old.
Yeah.
I thought.
For just about anybody. I mean, under 90 minutes is you're in top shape. So.
Well, have you bought anything new since we talked last?
Oh, what did I buy? Probably.
We're always buying stuff.
Yeah. My newest pair of shoes that I purchased just a few weeks ago were the New Balance Rebel V4s.
How are those working out?
Really great. I'll probably run in them tomorrow. I don't want to run on the treadmill, and I want to run. So I'm just going to cancel today and just get up early tomorrow and run.
Right. That's why I call it the dead mill. I don't call it the dread mill. I call it the dead mill because I hate it. I hate having to do the treadmill.
So I'd rather not run, and I'll just do some core exercises on front of the TV. And I did run. Well, I ran a mile this morning. That's it though. And I ran in my Nova Blast that we both really like.
Did you pick up any supplements or any?
I did actually.
What'd you get?
I bought another bag of Scratch Super High Carb. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like high. It's just very densely carbonated or carbohydrated protein powder, and it's for distance running or when you want to bulk up on carbs before your long runs.
And who is that produced by?
Scratch, SKRATCH.
Okay, it's actually the company then. Okay.
Yeah, Scratch is the name of the company. So I was in a running store, and I was in my running store, but in a different location, and they had it, so I was able to pick
Do you
that
like
up.
it?
Yeah, I've had it before. I used it for as. Oh, the other thing another tip for Asbury was if you're going for a PR and it's not hot, don't bother. Don't stop at the water stops. It's only 13 miles. Carry a handheld. Drink when you want. You never have to stop.
Good
So,
advice.
so on the 13, I didn't stop at all. I didn't stop for water. I carried a water bottle, an 18-ounce bottle. One that slides into your hand, so my hand didn't cramp. And
And
that
that's one
was
they sell at your store?
yeah. I think the brand. Well, it's probably a Nathan bottle.
Okay.
XO Draw. Nathan EXO Draw. That's
And that's the
bottle.
collapsible one also?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
it's collapsible. Yeah, so when it's empty, you can squish it down and put it in your pocket, or tuck it behind your shorts. I wouldn't throw it away because I'm kind of a cheapo. I don't want to have to throw it.
Right. I wouldn't want to throw it away either.
Yeah,
I've been looking into those. You sent me some of the information on it. I just haven't purchased one yet.
yeah. So I like the Nathan EXO Draw or XO Draw. That's the one.
I did pick up, with help of our coach, Vaporfly 3s.
Wow.
So these, I cannot tell you how light these things are.
Yeah.
I just did a shakeout 10K with them.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
I know they went on sale on April 4th, and I thought about it.
Yeah, and they were sold out in a minute or two or 3 minutes.
Yeah, I thought about it in the afternoon. So I went to Nike.com, and there weren't any.
No, I already had the notification. I hit it. It said pending, and then we're out of your size.
Okay.
So I had our dear friend, through his connections, he got me a pair.
Oh, he got it. Did he get it through Running Revolution, the store?
I don't know how he got it or where he got it at, but he did hook me up.
Okay. He didn't ask me if I
was
wanted
very
it.
happy.
Yeah.
And they're excellent. I do prefer them over the Vaporfly 2s.
Yeah. Okay.
They're lighter and they just feel better.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty set for my race shoes. I ran no one asked yet, but you might have asked. I ran the Saucony Endorphin 3 is what I ran Asbury in.
For your half marathon?
Yeah, for the half. For the next full, I don't know what I'll do, but my next full is not till September.
Right.
So it'll either be, if I get it, it'll either be the Endorphin 4, or I'm very interested in the ASICS Metaspeed Sky Paris edition.
And I did, out of our coach's friend, I did get the UCAN gels.
Good.
I did. She's suggested them. They are kind of short on a calorie amount. They're only, I think, 75 calories. So I do, but the energy is consistent. It's very consistent, but I do add Maurtines also during the run. So I'll take 2 UCANs and a couple Maurtines with me.
Okay. Yeah.
Maurten gels.
Yeah, I actually, we sell them at the gym, and so they want me to promote them. Someone gave me a handful of them. The UCAN.
Yes,
I think she gave me the pineapple.
I'll tell you what, they are probably the easiest I've ever had on my stomach.
Okay. The gel pack is really large, though. That's one thing I
don't like the packaging, but as far as the just stomach discomfort, which I do get sometimes, especially when it gets hot here in Florida, those so far they're very good on your stomach.
Okay. I was going to try it.
It's very steady. I did notice that it's a very steady. It doesn't like spike and burn out. It's lasts for a while.
Okay. I might empty one of the packages into my carry flask. That way I don't have to carry that big package.
Right.
It's a big package. It's like the size of
It is. I can show you real quick.
Yeah. It's like the size of a baseball card. If you guys haven't seen it, if you're watching on video, Sam's going to show us what these.
Well, for our audience, if anybody's actually like not listening to this and watching, you can see how it is. Yeah. And I really, I don't care for this packaging at all.
Yeah.
And even when you rip it off the top, I don't really care for it. You got really kind of squeeze the hell out of it. But I don't care for the packaging. That's my
and the edges are sharp too, right?
They are, and that's why when I put them in my Walico tights, my compressions, I fold these in.
Beautiful.
So they don't poke.
Yeah. It's a package.
The Maurten gels, their packaging is fantastic.
Yeah, those are easy to open.
Yes.
There's no excess. It's really just just full of
And
the
they don't
liquid.
cause any leg discomfort as far as rubbing or poking.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but I do like them. I like the energy, the steady release of energy they have. But
Okay.
I did get some.
All right. Yeah, I have a few of the pineapple.
Yeah,
And
these are I got the multi flavor, but this is a strawberry banana, and it does kind of taste like a fruit smoothie.
perfect.
And they're super easy in your stomach. You
All
don't
right.
need water with them.
Right. Yeah,
A lot of
I'm
times
blessed. I don't have any discomfort. I can pretty much I can't even really remember any race that I ate something and didn't feel
well,
well.
the SIS I used to take, especially when it's in the very hot and humid in Florida. I do get stomach discomfort when it starts really heating up.
With the SIS gels. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I stopped using them.
Yeah.
But they had great
Yeah.
energy.
Yeah. I think I still have a couple of those. The Beta Fuel,
Yeah.
I believe I have.
They're a very good product, but I just don't like for myself. And I'm speaking as an individual because a lot of people like them. They don't have problems with them.
Yeah.
They got great energy, but for myself, I don't like getting nauseated, as a lot of us do sometimes.
Yeah. That's the worst. I mean, the best thing you can do is
that just
slow
takes your focus off the run, and you're like, oh shit, oh crap, I gotta, I feel like I'm going to throw up or.
Yeah. So what do you do? Do you just slow down and drink some water or?
Well, with the SIS, even with Martines, I will, if there's a water station or I have water with me, I will try to, even Martines, I will mix with water. I, take them simultaneously. With these, I have not had to take any water with them.
Okay. Well, I have one. Maybe I'll put on my ice cream later for dessert.
Just try it out.
Just to taste it out.
I'll take one, usually if I'm doing a 10K plus, I'll take one about 15 minutes prior.
Yeah.
And for 10K, that's all I need is, just the one.
Yeah, you don't need one mid-run for a 10K.
No, not for a 10K.
Yeah, I'm going to see what I can do. Sometime this week, I might try like a 10K time trial myself just to see where I'm at before April 28th. So
definitely.
It'd be, if I crush it, then I'll feel really happy that I'll make my goal of sub 50. 40, it's 46 is really what I like to do, but anything under 50 is a PR. So
it is.
So I think 49.13 is my PR for a 5K for the 10K.
For the 10, yeah.
Yeah, 49.13 sounds right.
Yeah, I did for the 5K, I did a 21:10 about 2 years ago, and I don't know if I'll ever repeat that again.
Yeah, that's fast. Yeah.
Very fast. I felt it too.
Yeah. So, all right. So you got some stuff. You got some more. What else you get?
Oh, that was it. I got the UCANs and I got the Vaporfly. I think that's enough for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised. I know you like the Nike Vaporfly Alpha Flies.
I do.
They run narrow for me, and so I haven't been able. Well, first of all, they're hard to buy. You can't just go in and try them on anywhere unless you go to a Nike store.
Yeah, even the Nike stores don't even carry them a lot of times. Yeah. You got to go to the website or Running Warehouse or something.
Yeah. So
they rarely ever have those in store, and we have an outlet right here in Destin, and they're not available.
Yeah. If I look over my shelf, I can only see one pair of Nike shoes, and those are the Pegasus Turbos that I still have, and I still like those, but I don't wear them too often.
How long you had those for?
4 years, maybe.
How many miles?
Off
the top of your head.
70.
Okay, so they got life left in them.
Yeah. I mean, I typically get rid of shoes around 200 to 250.
Yes, that's where I am too. Sometimes I can put sometimes 300.
Yeah, I mean, some shoes that I really enjoy, like the Endorphin Speed 1, I think I have 330 miles on those.
Right.
And
some of this seem to keep going.
Yeah. The Nova Blast 2, I went over 300. And I have a few shoes right around 100 right now. Like the Cloud Monster is about 100. My Triumph 20s just went over 110 this past week. And but most of my shoes are between 50 and I have about, I don't run in the same shoe every week. So
yeah, I rotate mine all the time.
So I very rarely run in the same shoe 2 days in a row.
Right.
Uh,
Neither do I.
right? So now I'll just look on the shelf and say, "Oh, I haven't worn that in a while." Or the type of pace that I'm doing. Do I want a soft, bouncy shoe, or do I
Right.
want something a little bit more streamlined?
Like
And
the
I do
shoes you
less.
sent me. I still
Yeah,
use those for the, shakeout runs, and
yeah. Oh, yeah. I love it. I'm wearing it
they're
right now.
comfy.
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now. You want to see?
Yes, you are.
There they are.
Yes, you are.
Nova Blast 4. Oh,
I think I got the threes, didn't I?
no, you have the fours, but you
The
have the
four.
black.
Okay.
You got the black, the second colorway. These were the intro colorway that they announced that they came out with. Everybody looks at these and says, "Oh, those are colorful."
Right.
Yes, this so I don't get lost. Or you see me coming from behind. You turn around,
Yeah,
you
I
see
get to
green
start
one
my
that you
taper on a Monday
okay.
because I got
Yeah,
Nashville coming. I hate tapers, but I like them at the same
yeah.
time.
You know what?
But
This there's also a concept that I'm going through right now. I just raced on Saturday, so I'm in the untaper. So I am ramping back up. So
right.
this week I just don't since I don't have a race immediately on the horizon. I don't care if I run or not. I get a little anxious. I would miss a couple days, but I didn't run Sunday, Monday, and I think I've only run 13 miles this week, and I'm usually near 25 by
Right.
Saturday.
Well, that's
So
the one thing I'm not going to do in 2025 is stack races. Like I got Nashville, and then less than a month out, not even a month out, I got Whitefish, Montana.
yeah,
So I don't want to. That's really affecting my training as far as the taper, but yet you got to be ready for the race after.
yeah,
So
yeah. So it's
I got to
mhm.
stagger mine again for 2025. I stacked my races a little bit too high this year.
Yeah. In the springtime, you do that. In the summertime, you won't. In the summertime, well, you're
Yeah.
not a little bit less, but because you have fall marathons, and I want to
Yeah, and
add.
I don't have another one after I get done in May. I don't have another one until October, end of October in Detroit, and then CIM in December.
In December. Yeah.
Yeah,
So I want to do one September, and then New York in November. That's
right.
my fall.
And I'm going to cut it back down to 2 marathons a year. I'll do
Yeah.
a bunch of other races, halves and stuff like that
Yeah.
in between, but I'm going to cut it back again.
Yeah.
I don't want to do 3 in a year again.
Yeah, I haven't marathon since CIM in December.
Right.
So, and a lot of people are running this Monday. There's a big one happening in
Yes, there is.
2 days from now.
Yes, there is.
I know a lot of people
And our
running
coach and Becca running it. So
yeah, is Coach also running it, or is
yes,
he just there?
He's going to be with Kenny.
Oh, right. He's running as a aide,
as a guide.
Yeah, as a guide, and that's how he ran New York, also.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But good on him for that.
Yeah, that's good. Good on him. Right. So that's also very rewarding to run with.
Yes, it is.
Someone who's visually impaired.
And I think he did what New York last year with him.
Yes,
Yes.
I met Kenny in Manhattan last.
Right. That's right. That's right. You're talking about that.
Yeah, Kenny was there.
And I would like to have him after they get done with Boston. I think he would be a great guest.
Yes. We just have to, catch him when he's not so busy. So
right. I've already kind of thrown it by our coach Bertrand Newsom, and he said it would be great.
Yeah, he listens every week. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he said it would be a good guest for us to have.
Absolutely. Yeah, we do have some more guests online in the listings. I have an endurance athlete who is a coach, a swim coach at the gym. I've asked about. I have to communicate with him.
That would be great.
And we also will have a gentleman who's part of Too Legit, who is also one of Coach's athletes, just like you and I are. He's in Texas, and so he's
James.
James. So we want to have James on because James is he'd be the third old man.
Yes.
That day, so we might do it. We'll do a trio podcast.
That would be excellent. So we got some good people lined up in the future. Near future.
Some good. Absolutely, very soon. We're coming up on time, and we just got a couple of announcements. Do you want to do your big announcement, and then I'll do my not as big announcement?
Yeah, I'll be paying a great grandfather on Thursday. Yes.
Great grandfather. Yep. I'm
Great
going to try to
granddad.
find it. There'll be a soundtrack, a sound bite, or an audio effect that you just heard that I found post production. Some clapping and cheering because that was need something much bigger than that for great grandpa ship. So congratulations, Sam. That's so
Well,
awesome
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
to have a child is amazing. To have a grandchild is amazing. To go the third level for your
4 living generations.
yep.
That's
Yeah,
scary.
so yeah, it's fantastic. So it's well deserved. You're an awesome man and a great grandpa, great father, and now a great great grandfather.
Thank
And,
you.
So I had not an addition to the family, but I did something pretty cool this past week. I named my coaching business. So a few of you know my story of how I got into running. A few years ago, I was ill and I had an operation. And I'm driving in the car listening to a podcast, and they were talking about just growing your business and how do you find athletes and what do you need to do to meet new people in the coaching community. And for some reason, at a traffic light, I said, I know the name of my coaching business. So I named it in the car on the way to work last Tuesday. I took the name, I have the domain, I have a logo being worked on. And today I'm announcing to everybody listening on the podcast that we're open for business up here. And the name of the business is Old Men Coaching, which is not right. I got it wrong. You believe that? I just screwed it up. I just saw the logo and I just read it. I don't know why.
Okay. Try again.
Rewind. The name of my coaching business is Open Heart Running.
Right.
And so you probably know
there is
that.
a story to that too.
Yeah, so a lot of meaning behind that. Of course, you and I both have open hearts to the people that we meet, whether that they're runners or just people. So we're compassionate people and we're grateful for what we get to do. But if it wasn't for an open heart, a physical open heart in me, I would not have started running. So in 2015, I had open heart surgery. I wasn't a runner before then. And the short story is, in order to get stronger, I started walking after the operation. I got bored walking. I didn't like walking. So I started walking faster. Walked faster, and someone said, walking faster sometimes could be called jogging. And I said, jogging? What the hell's that? And as soon as I Googled jogging and found out that jogging is just the entree to running,
right?
I bought a pair of running shoes, and a runner was born. And then 5 years later, I loved it so much that I have dozens of running books and running shoes. This is a great book. I bought this years ago, but it's like the size of an old telephone book.
That's a lot of knowledge in there, though.
Yeah, this is a great book, The Lore of Running by Tim Noakes, Dr. Tim Noakes. One of my favorite books. It's almost 1,000 pages. I did not read all of it, but I read a lot.